Hi guys, Drek'S here. So today I'm gonna show you how I made the track Poker Face. So first thing I wanna explain to you is how I used the vocal. First I took the original track and I simply used a beautiful function from FL Studio, which is extract stem from samples, which is very nice. It will separate the track in 4 stems and one of them will be the vocals, and then you can use the vocal to make your remix. It's not perfect, but it's very nice to start or to make a bootleg, an unofficial remix. That's very nice. I use this technique every time and you can trust it. Then what I did is focused on the first mid intro with the reverse bass kick. So for that I edited 2 samples which sound like this. Then I exported this, put it back and bring a big effect like retro colors or Saturn. Those are very nice effects to make some feel with the kick like this. That's very nice to add some energy. Same for the pre-drop, which sound like this. And you can feel that that's building up, then you have the real kick that's coming in. And above this, I want to show you a little technique that I really enjoyed, is that I used the original bass line, which sound like this. A bit distorted, so that's the original. Then I push it, and then I only made a loop with this. And I played it above the kick, like the reverse bass, like this. And on top of the kick, that sound like... Yeah, I don't really like this. Then on top, I wanted to use the vocal, so I took the vocal, bring some effect, distortion, and it sounds like this. And I can play with this on top of the kick, and it sounds like... And sound like... I wanted to bring some variation to the loop, and so I made those kind of thing, just like playing with rhythm and the word in the vocal. Really like this. And there I put under it the leads, which sound like this. Yeah, that's the first drop. That's something I really enjoyed making. Those kind of mid-intro with the vocal lead, and I really like that. Then I tried to recreate the tension of the original break. So for that I used the same melody. But then I wanted to bring a big sub-bass to fill the low end, and so I cut it the low of the bass line to bring a big reese. Yeah, like this. On top of it you have of course the original vocal, but nothing from the original track.
I wanna hold them like they do in Texas, please. Fold them like...
And then I wanted to fill again the whole thing. So first of all, I've added a tension lead that's coming also from the original, but with my own twist. And this, I wanted to bring another layer from the alarm from Kashmir, so it sounds like this. And the two together, it sounds like this. And it feels the high in that part, and to bring everything together I used a little harp and some pads. And everything together but without the vocal, it sounds like this. And with the vocal, of course.
And after he's been hooked up, play the one that's on his heart. I'll get him high, show him what I got.
the big boom, boom, check, because I know that on the crowd it could be very, very effective. And then we come to the big melody. I exported it because the way I work with the lead is with Patcher, and Patcher is taking a lot of resources from my computer. So as you can see, I've built my own little plugin inside of Patcher, which control 5 layers that I can tweak as I wish, and then the different effects that I like to use. So for example, if I play this, I can directly use the endless line. I can also directly play with some LFOs, so for example like this. Or like this way of working. Same for the FX knob. And so what I can do with that is use the same layers for all my different sounds. So for example here the lead, the chord and the harmonies. And so when I play an effect on all of them, it's exactly the same. And I don't know, I like the way that way of working. Same for the tape stop there. Yeah, that's how I like to work, but the downside is that I have to export the sound. This is the melody. Which is exactly the melody from the top vocal. Under that I have a little of this bass, still kept the ambience from the beginning. And what I decide to put back is like a guitar on top of it that's playing like really high notes. And to play the vocal at the same time with the lead, and for that I've decided to use multi-band compressor that will compress a bit the lead when the vocal is speaking. And if we play everything together, it sounds like... And then we got the build-up, nothing too fancy there. Then I wanted to talk a bit about the drop, so we have the kick that I really enjoy. Where there I used the one from the beginning. And so what I found interesting that remix that I really enjoy for me is to play a build-up melody, this, but with the lead, so it sounds like this. But with the twist, I'm not playing the same chord, I'm playing the chord from the main melody, but on that new melody, and so it sounds like this, and I don't know, I feel that's something so special for me, I really like this. So yeah, that's how I got the third part of the first drop. Then we go in the second break, which is doing about the same thing as the first one, but with the vocal that's kept going in the original track. Then I know that in the original track I have the vocal that's doing this.
I won't tell you that I love you, kiss or hug you, cause I'm bluffing with my muffin,
where there's a bit of ripping part, and so I decided that with a big kick that could be awesome, and so I made just the vocal with the big kick and just the lead playing some static noise, and it goes like this.
I won't tell you that I love you, kiss or hug you, cause I'm bluffing with my muffin, I'm not lying, I'm just stunning with my love blue gunning. Just like a chick in the casino, take your bait before I pay you out, I promises, check this hand cause I'm off.
And then it goes back into the main melody. That's the little thing I wanted to show you about this track. It's the first big format I made where I can show you how I made a track. I really hope you will enjoy it. You can tell me what you want me maybe to explain. Can't wait to show you what's coming. I'm really working hard to make that shift toward hardstyle. I really hope you will like it. On that note, I say goodbye and see you next time.